Jackie Chan has ruined a lot of this for me, the Kung Fu, because you know he's getting his ass kicked behind the scenes because they show it at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, if they show Kim's Convenience getting kicked in the nuts at the end of the movie as like an outtake, I'll be all for it. I'll be all in.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Trailer Hitch. What are we looking at today?
Today is a Marvel extravaganza. It is the release of the teaser trailer for Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings, or The Legend of the 10 Rings.
Well, it's #1 on trending. It's pretty wild.
I'm starting already sort of like poo-pooing on this, and I'm not, but I don't know why everyone's freaking out. Like,
Why do you say that?
Not everyone is going to work wearing a Shang-Chi t-shirt.
That is
and
true.
like drinking coffee out of a Shang-Chi mug.
It's a kung fu thing, right? It's martial arts.
Shang-Chi is a dude from like the 70s period of Marvel, and he was massively successful, but everyone in the 70s loved the kung fu. And there's nothing wrong with kung fu. Kung fu is great. But that's his superpower, is the superpower of kung fu.
Yeah, well, I mean, actually, kung fu it feels like it's like a prerequisite for making movies these days. Like, if you're going to be in a movie, you have to get in shape enough where you could do martial arts, and that's it. Like, every Marvel movie, there's like a kung fu battle.
I know kung fu.
Okay, this isn't just martial arts, though. It's like, you know, when you were little and you thought, like, if I get good enough at kung fu, I can vibrate and break bricks in half, or like heal myself.
Like Mr. Miyagi's healing skills?
Yeah,
like
Mr. Miyagi could do whatever the hell he wanted, and you'd be like, he can do that because of the power of kung fu.
Right.
Keep in mind, this came out in the 70s. This Shang-Chi dude is basically Bruce Lee. And in the 70s, even Elvis was doing kung fu. Like, everybody loved it.
I love kung fu!
Let's see how well they do their kung fu. Hey, Shang-Chi even rhymes with Bruce Lee.
Yeah, it does.
It's the correct syllables. So that's him. That's Mr. Chi.
So he's obviously been punching that spot for a while, right?
Okay, if that's how much damage he's done over time to that piece of wood, I'm not impressed, Mr. Chi.
Well, he's doing...
He's doing good. He's working out, yeah.
He's doing the Rocky push-ups.
He's getting ripped.
So wait, is he a valet?
He's a valet.
Okay.
And he's getting drunk.
Oh, he's doing karaoke.
Yep. Is that stereotypical? They being racist there?
I don't think so. It's what he likes to do.
So that's the Aquafina, right? That lady?
There was a drink, Aquafina, right?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's water.
Well, she has great skin, that lady. Maybe she stays really hydrated. And this dude, his claim to fame is a Canadian sitcom.
Was it Kung Fu?
No, it's called Kim's Convenience. I've actually never seen it.
And where did that get you?
Okay, hold on a second. He's drinking more. I think this...
Wait, what's happening? What's going on
He's
here?
getting spanked by a masked man.
And then I like the other guys who's just observing.
He's like, yeah, you're just spanking him
Smack him
pretty
in the
good.
butt a little harder.
Give him another one. Okay, I think what this is, I think, you know, like the Amish? You know, the guys with beards that live on farms?
You can't take pictures of them and stuff?
Yeah, can't take pictures of them. I think they kick their kids out for like a couple of years and say, go see
Oh, it's kind of like the Mormons, right? Where they go and they decide whether they want to stay on the path or give their soul to Satan.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the Mormons do that too. But I think that's what's going on with Shang-Chi. They're like, hey, go sow your oats, see if you want the devil to get your soul, and if not, come back and get your act together.
I'm pretty sure the Mormons do that also.
It's a good shtick.
It is a good shtick.
Yeah, it's a test of your character. One which it appears Shang-Chi is failing miserably. It's a fancy car.
10 years to live your life.
Wait, so it's like you have 10 years to do whatever you want. He's like, I'm going to be a valet.
Yeah, I mean, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, I guess so. At least he's got a job.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, he has been punching it for a while.
Yeah.
So that isn't very impressive.
So if you have a superhero problem and it involves smashing through a wooden pole over the course of like 40 years, Shang-Chi is your man.
See the most dangerous people in the world.
Uh-oh, is the bad guy an evil white man? He has to fight the patriarchy.
The little I know about Shang-Chi, that could be a dude, what is it? His name is Blackjack Tar?
Oh, maybe he's an Amish guy on his own.
He could be on. He's
thing.
on
He
his
looks a little
10-year
Amish,
sabbatical.
right?
He looks
Imagine
Amish.
him wearing a hat.
It's like you're trying to decide if you want to go back to Kung Fu. I'm trying to decide if I want to never use zippers on my clothes again and ride horses instead of cars.
Dude, that would be amazing to have an Amish superhero who's all buff like that. You see him like on the farm.
Barn Raiser could be his name. He's amazing with carpentry, but he never uses any power tools.
Yeah, he can like make butter in like 2 seconds.
He looks like a buff dude in a bar that you got to get out. He's like the, Threshold Guardians? Is that what they call him?
Yeah.
He's like an obstacle that Shang-Chi's got to get past.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's see what happens.
It's time for you to take your place.
It's got to be the Mandarin, right?
Right?
I don't know. You're supposed to call it anymore. The Mandarin. Mandarin was the bad guy in Iron Man 3.
Uh-huh.
He's an Asian gentleman that has 10 magic rings.
Gotcha.
So this is called Legend of the 10 Rings. You got 10 rings behind him on the wall.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that his daddy is the evil Mandarin man. Oh, look, he sees us talking about him. He doesn't like it. He's like,
You leave me and my rings alone.
you called me the Mandarin? That is no longer culturally acceptable.
My side.
That's pretty cool. Does he have Matrix powers too?
I think with the Kung Fu, you start being able to do all that sort of stuff. If you're that
In
good
real
at Kung
life?
Fu. That's what I thought when I was little, and I think that's what they all thought in the 70s.
I don't-
Like, if you get good enough, you can slow down water and whatnot. Bruce Lee was very convincing.
That's crazy. They did that in DuckTales. It's not like something.
Did you
that
ever
really
take
happened.
karate as a kid?
Oh yeah, I took it for like 7 years.
You had to believe in yourself somewhere that if you got attacked by 10 guys with guns, you could stop them with your Kung Fu.
Oh yes,
right?
of course, yeah.
I think it's like that, but it's a Marvel movie, so he can do that.
Well, that was a cool shot, regardless.
Wait, what is in the background there? What are those guys?
Oh, he looks like he's about to fight like 2 giant hamsters.
Yeah, it's a bunch of dudes in red and they're giant hamster bodyguards. What are those?
They've got like giant baby carrots they're holding in their hands right now. They're gonna shove it in their face. Kick to the face, pretty good. Yep. This is starting to
doesn't look bad.
No, it's looking Crouching Tigery. Remember they were like dancing on top of things while they
Oh
were
yeah,
fighting?
they do that sort of stuff.
Oh, is that a little lion?
I think that's the hamster we were talking about. You know what? Even if it's done terribly, my Kung Fu is better than your Kung Fu always works.
Yes. Especially if you've got like a lion that's like fighting alongside you. That's pretty good.
I'm not convinced it's a hamster or a lion. It seems to be something else.
Well, I think I heard a lion like roar. There was definitely
there's
a roar.
some growling. There's some growling happening. Okay. Token Whitey has a metal blade arm.
Right?
So could be the Grim Reaper character?
Okay.
I don't know why I'm setting the bar so high for my Kung Fu with this. I think it's probably because, every time I see an American Kung Fu movie, I'm like, I should have just rewatched something that Golden Harvest put out, like a Hong Kong movie. 'Cause
Right.
No offense, America, the Hong Kong movies are better. But, I mean, this is definitely better than 70s Kung Fu, which I also enjoy.
That is true. And it's definitely better than the Kung Fu we've seen in the other Marvel movies to date.
Yes. This is better than Kill Bill Kung Fu.
Yes.
It appears to be. Okay.
That was good.
And it's practical. This is like Jackie Chan stuff.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan in that you can fight in your environment. He's got to now use, what are they, on a bus?
Yeah, so he's using like the he's kind of doing like the, in New York you go on the subway and it's like, what time is it? It's showtime. And those kids
It's
start
showtime.
spinning around. That's basically what this is, only he's actually hurting people.
Only he's whooping everyone's ass.
That would be amazing if those Showtime kids just showed up onto a subway. It was like, what time is it? And then just proceeded to beat the crap out of everybody.
Who are you?
Wait, what? She asked him who he was, and then he's gonna kick her ass? Is that what just
I
happened?
think that, no,
No, seriously, look at this. Look what just happened. It's like,
Who are you?
you don't ask me what my name is.
Oh, can you in the edit make it look like our lip sync is off, like 70s Kung Fu?
Okay.
So who do you want to be, him or Aquafina?
I could be Aquafina.
Okay, and then I'll do him.
Okay. Who are you?
Do not question my kung fu. Yay! See, that's it. I mean, I hope that wasn't taken as offensive, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I love that corny kung fu crap.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like, I wish this was a little worse production value-wise.
It actually doesn't look bad. It looks all right, I think.
Bugger.
How many times are they going to do this? Like Spider-Man did this. I feel like this happened in like an old Indiana Jones movie.
There's a garbage truck involved. That's new.
Yeah?
It'd be amazing if they slammed on the brakes and all the passengers just flew through the front window and died.
So let's see what happens.
We make a good team.
I think it ends. I think that's all that happens.
All right, so predictions.
This is not a hot property for Marvel. It came out, what, like in 73?
Well,
and
I mean, it seems to be. It's at like 5.6 million view in half a day.
Everyone's losing their minds, but I really don't think there are a lot of Shang-Chi fans out there. This comic went under in 1983.
Does this tie at all into the previous movies?
No, I think this is their phase 4, like, look at our new guys.
Right.
As far as I can tell, Shang-Chi is blatantly Bruce Lee with kung fu power.
You know, the Kung Fu in the Matrix is pretty on par with this stuff.
Yeah, this is true.
Whatever that brand of karate where you, like, dance off the walls and stuff like that.
Okay, that's an interesting point. Marvel does so much over-the-top, green screen and environmental special effects stuff. Mm-hmm. The beauty of Kung Fu is that it's almost all practical.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's wire work and stuff, but you think that's going to screw them up? Or will Marvel take it to the next level?
I think, well, you said it yourself. The thing that you liked about this was that he was on the bus and using his environment.
Yes.
All of the fighting seemed to, like, aside from the arena stuff, it seemed to be that. Like, I can't remember. What was that old Kung Fu movie where they were like, I think it was actually like a Jackie Chan, one of his earlier movies, where they were like building a structure that he was fighting on simultaneously. You ever see that one? I can't remember.
That sounds like 10 of Jackie Chan's movies.
Yeah, it's like they're like got sticks and they're building like scaffolding that he's fighting on top.
That's I think that's Iron Monkey.
Yeah.
It's either Iron Monkey or Tai Chi Master. I think it's Iron Monkey. But yeah, that's amazing.
It's visually amazing, but they could take it to the next level with the green screen and CGI stuff.
Jackie Chan has ruined a lot of this for me, the Kung Fu, because he's getting his ass kicked behind the scenes because they show it at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, if they show Kim's Convenience getting kicked in the nuts at the end of the movie as like an outtake, I'll be all for it. I'll be all in. That's no offense to Mr. Chi.
But you know that's not the case.
Okay, one thing I bet is they changed the name of his dad. I don't even want to say it. He's Dr. Fu Manchu. It doesn't get much more stereotypical than that.
But I mean, that is what his name was, right? It's canon.
It's canon, but I think they even wised up in the comics and they changed his name like around 79. They're like, let's lose the Fu Manchu, and they changed his name to something else.
Right.
What is Fu Manchu, like a mustache?
I think that Daisy Dukes were called Daisy Dukes because of Daisy Duke. I think the Fu Manchu is everyone started calling it because that was his facial hair.
Really?
I think so, yeah. He's the Daisy Dukes of Kung Fu.
Yeah, he's the Daisy Dukes of Kung Fu, this guy.
That's a great name for a movie.
The Daisy Dukes of Kung Fu?
Yes.
I would watch that in a second. Like, I know the internet's going nuts for this Shang-Chi and his rings, but if it's, what'd you call it?
The Daisy Dukes of Kung Fu?
The Daisy Dukes of Kung Fu.
Yeah.
I feel like you can rent that for free on Amazon Prime. It feels like it already exists.
Oh, yeah. The Fu Manchu mustache derives its name from Fu Manchu, a fictional character.
By an Irish author, though.
Yeah, but still, it's still the name of a character.
Yeah.
What would make it seem racy is, you named a character after a mustache, which is it's kind of not nice.
You know what? Fu Manchu is less offensive than the Mandarin, right?
Well, yes. I mean, I guess, but that's what he is, right?
Yeah, I think so. Mandarin or Cantonese.
Yeah, that's like, I guess, like calling a bad guy like the Chinese. Maybe that is bad.
That is not okay. Yeah. That I know. the evil organization threatening S.H.I.E.L.D. and Captain America and all the other guys, the Chinese.
Yes, and everyone, we're really not trying to be offensive here. We're just trying to figure this stuff out.
We're just working out where the term Fu Manchu came from.
Yeah.
And now we know, by the English author Sax Rohmer created it. So the mustache is based off of a character, and then this character is based on that character? Did he have a Fu Manchu? Like, we got to take it back and see. They lost the Fu Manchu.
Yeah, they're like, you can't have the Fu Manchu.
Maybe he'll grow it because his kung fu is so strong. He'll just like, oh, it'll squirt out of his face for the final battle. So, okay, there's three ways this can go. This can either be a Guardians of the Galaxy runaway hit. Like, who cares about the Guardians of the Galaxy? And it's amazing.
Yeah.
So maybe this will do the same thing.
Do you think they'll have like a talking tree in it?
I mean, they got those giant hamsters.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Or it could be, just a dud. Marvel's got to make a misstep at some point.
Well, a lot of people didn't like Captain Marvel. That was a misstep, right?
That was a bit of a misstep. The jury's out on that, but I think a lot of people were like, oh, they're starting to slip.
A lot of people aren't liking the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, opinions are starting to splinter a little bit, and that was never a problem for Marvel before.
But anyway, I would say that I'd be excited to see this. It looks pretty high energy. The Kung Fu looks pretty good.
Maybe it'll be a runaway hit.
Could be.
Maybe
well,
we'll be talking about, like, years from now about the Canadian sitcom actor that did Kung Fu and became the best superhero of all time. Ah, he's looking at us again.
All right, well, what do you give it, a thumbs up?
I mean, it's Kung Fu, so I'll give it a one fist up.
I'll give it a fist up, too. 2 fists up.
2 fists up.
And if anything we predicted comes true, leave it in the comments below.
What did we predict?
I don't know.
We didn't predict
I don't think
anything.
we predicted anything.
Oh, well, we predicted the mustache squirting out of his face.
Yes, if that happens, definitely let us know.